Hey, friends. Today we're going to learn how to respect others and do it in a fun way. So let's go and get hell smart, Virginia. Today we're going to learn how to respect other people, like your family, friends, neighbors, and classmates, 3 different ways: personal space, boundaries, and belongings.
Respect people's personal space.
With personal space, you don't want to get too close, and you always want to be safe around others. To learn that, we're going to play a game called Tap Tap Dribble. Let's imagine we're dribbling our soccer ball around the park where others are doing things like jogging and sitting and walking. We have to keep control of our ball and our body. But if we bump into someone, we should stop and say something like, "I'm sorry," or "Excuse me," or "Please forgive me." To play this game, you'll need to get some things to be the people in your space. I suggest 5 or 6 pairs of socks or books, really anything small that you have handy. Set them up scattered around the area where you'll be dribbling. You'll also need a ball to dribble with your feet. For the game, there'll be 1-minute timer. And remember, you're going to tap, tap, and dribble around the area. And if your ball bumps into any of the people, stop and apologize with "I'm sorry," or "Excuse me," or "Please forgive me," and then continue on your way. You ready? Let's do it.
Respect people's belongings.
Belongings are things owned by another person. When you respect someone's belongings, you don't just take them or use them without asking. So to practice this skill, we're going to play a game called Crabs on the Beach. To play this game, you'll need the objects you used in the last game, like socks or books or something like that. Also, you need something like a shirt or a blanket to be your crab hole where you're going to collect your food. In this activity, you'll have 1 minute to try and collect enough food for your family's crab dinner. But all the other crabs on the beach have collected all of the food. So you'll have to crab walk up to them and ask them to share like this: "Please, may I have some of your food? There's none left on the beach." Since you asked nicely in our game, the crabs agree to give you a piece of their food. Be sure to say thank you before you take the food. You'll put it in your lap, crab walk back to your home, and place it in your crab hole. Then you'll go ask another crab politely if they'll share. When setting up for the game, be sure to spread out the food away from your hole, so you have to walk a little ways to different crab families to ask them to share. Remember, You want to say something like, "Please, may I have some of your food?" Okay, gets it up, and then let's get started.
Respect people's boundaries.
Next, we're going to talk about boundaries. Boundaries are like the lines around the edge of a soccer field or the borders of a state. They're lines that keep some things in and other things out. Lines like the one drawn between your neighbor's apartment and yours, or your yards, your sister's room, your dad's office, or the street and the sidewalk outside. Boundaries mark their territory, and it's important that we respect them. To learn about boundaries, we're going to play a this or that game. I will describe a situation related to a boundary, and there'll be two choices. You do the exercise under the choice you would make, and then we'll see what the right choice was in the end. Let's get to it. A ball goes over the fence into your neighbor's yard. If you would jump the fence, do jumping jacks. If you would knock on the door, do bounce and twist. The correct answer is knock on the door. With that, you'll be respecting your neighbor's property line or boundary. Number 2, your dad is working in his office at home. Do you play outside or in the basement? Then do a shoulder stretch. Do squats if you would play right outside his door. Correct answer is play in the basement or outside. That'll be respecting your father's boundaries so he can get his work done. Number 3, your older brother or sister's bedroom door is open and they're not in there. If you're going to go into their room, reach for your toes, stretch. If you're going to close the door and keep walking, do trunk rotations. The correct answer is close the door and keep walking. You'll be respecting your siblings' space and maybe even saving your life. And number 4, you're out in the neighborhood riding your bike. If you're going to stay in the bike lane or on the sidewalk, then you're doing burpees. If you're going to ride down the middle of the street, you're doing star jumps. And the correct answer is stay in the bike lane or on the sidewalk. In this situation, boundaries will keep you safe. So, my friends, what did we learn today? Well, we learned that respecting personal space means staying at a safe distance and apologizing if you bump into someone. We also found out that respecting someone's belongings means to ask first and say thank you when they say yes and let you use them. And finally, respecting boundaries is not only the right thing to do, it might just save your life. This is Mr. H, signing off until next time. Catch you later.